What's good with the world, everybody? This is your cat Shirasoni here. Time to give you guys Harmor 106 now. Are we already in 106? Alright, I told you guys I'm going to promise you Prism and Phaser this time, but looking at it, I think Phaser will be enough for this lesson. It's going to be long anyways, so. Alright, let's dive right at it. For you guys that don't know what a phaser is, first of all, let me explain to you very simple, in very simple terms. If you guys don't get it, just YouTube it, just Google it, it'll come up. A phaser is, you get two signals, okay? You get one signal, and then you get a copy of another signal, and then you put it through an all-pass filter. What an all-pass filter is, if you put it through any kind of filter or anything, there's a phase, right? There's a lag. There's a lag in the sound, and then due to the lag of the sound mixing together and then two of it being out of phase with one another, it creates like this kind of notch, you know, notches in the waveform. And basically in Harmor, although they're not actually putting one signal against the other, they're actually recreating this through additive synthesis, the effect itself. So they're building up with it by each of the sine waves. It's different from the way a subtractive synth would actually have a copy of another sound and then it will phase it against each other. It's just recreating that sound from scratch. It's still called a phaser nonetheless. Alright, so that's what a phaser is. If you guys don't get it, Google it up. Alright, so here we go. Let me reset this. Got this new viewing thing for you. Alright, so first of all, mix, knob, wet, dry, dry, wet, 100%. Alright, and then we got the width knob. If you guys see over here in the analyzer, you can tell it gets wider as the width, and more dense, more notches, as you guys can see. This kind of filter is originally called a comb filter, but so a phaser is simulating that effect. Alright, offset it basically, you know, brings it back, brings it forward, whatever, you know. 0 to 360. This is in terms of degrees. I told you guys because phase is in degrees, right? You get the speed of it, very fast, reverse. Alright, so you get from, you know, very easy. And then we get keyboard tracking for phaser. This is not keyboard tracking to velocity. This is keyboard tracking to phaser effect. And basically what this does is if I leave it on at 100 and then turn off the speed for a second so it's constant. If I have this off, for example, no matter what key I press, the hole is in the same place. You guys can see right over here and right here. The notches are in the same place, whatever note I play. But with keyboard tracking on, you guys can see the notches going up depending on the keyboard tracking. And you could put it in reverse too, which will do the opposite. It will start going down. Alright, so that's what keyboard tracking to phaser does. Pretty easy to understand so far. We got all these different modes here, except for frequency. The rest is all based on shape. So for example, classic is that shape, triangle is that shape, eggs look like eggs, and then deeper, sharper peaks looks like a condom, so they call it a condom. Got twins, one high, one low, cascade like a waterfall, right? I believe it's every 4, so it's of every 4. You got box, which makes it look like a box. The important thing to remember here is if you click on some of the special types of phasers, it also affects the fundamental frequency. So there's a couple ways to go around this. One is to put on harmonic protection, and then it won't affect the fundamental frequency. Like I told you guys before, you guys could go under the hood, and if you go into harmonic protection, you guys could set which of the tones are gonna be protected. So you want the bottom tones to be like that, you could set it like that. Another way to not affect the fundamental frequency is to basically go to phaser mask right over here, and phaser mask, this is on, all of it is on. It means all of it is on. So if you select the lower limits of it, turn it off, then it won't be affected. This is another way. Third way you could do it is just turn on B and have it so that, you know, so that B will play the fundamental frequencies over A. And that's the third way to do it. So there's a couple ways to go around this. All right. All right. Let's reset this. And then let's look at the first settings on the right first. From now, it will be a little bit difficult to understand. Octave is in octave mode, so it's in here. This is already in octave mode, as you guys could see right here in the middle is like 1,800 or so, and then it's like 20,000 up to here. So it looks balanced here, but actually it's in an octave way. So it's in an exponential curve, a logarithmic curve. Remember I talked to you guys about that in lesson 1. Or was it lesson 2? Yeah, in lesson 2. And hertz, you get the balance mode, so the phaser works in a balanced way. And then in a harmonic, this actually, I don't exactly understand what this does, but to give you a gist of what it does, it phases in and out of the saw harmonic, and then out of the odd harmonics, and then the even harmonics. So if you guys look at the graph right over here, even, odd, even, odd. So it phases, you know, out of the harmonics, individual harmonics, and this is of course possible due to the additive synthesis technology that's behind this. And basically, it's just a way of reorganizing harmonics into phasing and all of that. Yep, experiment around with it. And then here we have the frequency, the phaser shape, the frequency. And if you guys open this, as you guys could see straight away, it opens this tab. You're like, what the fuck just went on? Yeah. That's what frequency does. It basically changes all the pitches according to the phaser shapes. I don't exactly understand what's going on in here either, but that's what it seems to be doing. Another thing to note is that the phaser shape envelope, the whatever envelope thing under the hood thing is bipolar. That means this thing goes from +1 to 0 to -1. It goes up 1 and then down 1. This I actually call it a hidden envelope, because if you just click on the custom, it's only unipolar, which means it only goes from 0 to 1 instead of -1 to 1. All right, and if you guys just click on the phaser shape, like right over here, then it just opens up in the unipolar tab. Only if you click on this frequency will it open in a bipolar tab, which makes it very, very interesting, to say the least. Experiment around with it. I don't know how useful that will be. There's some people that use it, and then custom is very self-explanatory. It depends on where you're drawing it. It's very useful for respaces and stuff. If you guys neuro bass, respace, drum and bass, all that kind of stuff. So that's it for today. Today's the fader section. Next time we'll do prism and then more. All right. So till next time, I'm probably gonna put it up by Thursday. So wait till then. Peace out.